Good evening, welcome back to Big Mouth and welcome to Big Mouth Live. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. Now, before I start on the main subject, which is Zack Snyder, I'm going to bellow a bit about a show called Holby City. Holby City is a hospital drama that's been going for 23 years. The BBC have decided to cancel it after 23 years, not because of the ratings, but because they want to be inclusive geographically. They are cancelling Holby City after 23 years because of that, because they want to shoot stuff around the UK. It is an absolute disgrace, and I've never been so angry about something in all my life. 23 years Holby City's been on. Great ratings. It is a display of great British artistry, artistic expression. And they're cancelling this show not because of ratings, but because they want to be more inclusive geographically. I never understood what the term loony left meant before. Now I do. So rant over. Ronnie Dodger, I'm disappointed in the BBC for getting rid of Holby City. Ronnie, it's a disgrace. Their reasoning is fucking batshit crazy. Ronnie Dodge, hey mate, to axe a television show because they want to be more geographically inclusive is an absolute disgrace. Defund the BBC, no more license fee. It is a disgrace. They're putting people out of work because they want to be more inclusive, and it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, and I'm not happy about it whatsoever. Bobcat, hey Mickey, good evening, Bobcat. Right, that's that rant over. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you a couple of pieces of audio from a Zack Snyder interview. Unfortunately, it looks like my feed's not doing very well tonight. Come on, YouTube. Stop pausing. Stop making me look weird. Come on. Come off it. Right. John, hi there. So are we all ready? I'm going to play this Zack Snyder audio, right? There's two pieces of it. Then I'm going to react very balanced. Now, he mentions his daughter in this. So I want us all to be respectful, and I don't want us to be disrespectful. We're going to discuss this in a balanced, respectful way. Bobcat, the Suicide Squad multiverse figures were revealed today. I know I saw them when I retweeted them on Twitter. So here we go.
It's going to come from your heart, and it's going to be really fucking good. Yeah, and there's going to be no compromise, and yeah. Like I was asked, even just with the small compromises I was asked by the studio to make to that cut in particular, right? Mm-hmm. To my thing. Yeah. Like they're like, we want the Snyder cut, but we want it. Here's a few changes. Yeah. And I'm like, guys, like, I don't think you understand, like, why I'm doing this, Like, if you understood why I was doing this, you'd understand how rude that is. And that it's not, I don't have a choice. Like, I can't compromise it because you don't understand what I'm up against inside of me. Yeah. Like if you had any idea, you first of all, you wouldn't be in the job you're in. But beyond that, you would realize that my hands are tied by this. And so, yeah. So I just think it's funny. It's not funny, but I just think that to be mad at me, if the studio is mad at me, and I can only assume that in some ways they are. Sure. For this work, that misses the point entirely of the work, right? Like of the why of doing it. Yeah. Because it's still.
Right, that's the first part. We're going to play the next part. Bobcat, honestly, I don't give two flying craps about Zack Snyder. So here's the second part. Hang on a minute. And then we're going to discuss it.
To them, it was still like, don't do those things because, those interfere with our other projects or our other, what we're doing, our commerce, our vision for making money in the future, all the things that, you would sit down with a spreadsheet and talk about the movies that you're doing and the profit margin and the our 5-year plan and the stockholders and the whatever the fuck that is. And I'm like, guys, none of that means anything to me in regard to this. Yeah. It really, like, if you understand, if you see that this movie at the end says For Autumn and how the movie got made, if you just track what went into getting this made, it's baffling to me that you would not understand that there's no, the conversation is offensive. You know what I mean?
It's almost like, hey, excuse me, are we the same species?
Yeah. I just don't. Yeah. So.
Right. That's the conversation, and I'm now going to react to it. And I think it's not straightforward, but I'm going to have to talk about this. As soon as I heard this afternoon, I knew what I was going to talk about. Ronnie Dodge, I understand where he's coming from, but at the end of the day, Zack was just ignoring what Warner Brothers was saying, which is not a good move, in my opinion. Right, let's unpackage this. Let's look at this from Zack's point of view. So he talks about his daughter. He's doing this for the memory of his daughter. It means a hell of a lot to him. And I absolutely understand that. I haven't lost a daughter. I've lost a mother, but I haven't lost a daughter. And that must be a devastating thing, especially losing a daughter to suicide. Could there have been something I could have done? Could I have read the signs? It must be devastating. I've done my best to support Zack in this. I felt his pain. I've respected his pain. I've invested a hell of a lot of my own money in his suicide prevention cause. I love his free DC movies. I think he's a wonderful man. As you can see there, the man wears his heart on his sleeve. Now I'm going to be balanced. It's like he doesn't understand what industry he's in. He talks about the studio, being disrespectful and talking offensively when telling him don't do A and don't do B. But at the end of the day, Zack, and this is a horrible thing to say, but these are the facts. It is not their prerogative or their lookout to worry about your emotions or what happened to Alto. I'm sorry. They are a business. They own, a billions and multi-billion-dollar IP. And all they want to think about is the business side. That's right. Because if they don't get that right, they go out of business, Zack. If they let you do anything you want and then their plans go belly up, what do they do then? That's the problem, Zack. You said you don't care about their problems. If you don't care about their problems, why should they care about your problems? This is not the Zack Snyder charity. This is Warner Media. This is Warner Brothers Pictures. They've already given you $70 million, Zack, to finish off your passion project, right? We fought with you to get this released, and it was my honor to do a small thing, to play a small part, to be part of this. Ronnie Dodge, end of the day, it's not his IP, it's Warner Brothers. They've got to think, if that backfires, they have to think of ways of fixing it. Yes. So what he's doing is he's being very emotional. It's personal to him, and I understand that. It is personal. He lost a daughter. There's nothing more important, devastating, or heartbreaking for this man and his wife and his other children. I understand that. But to come in to a studio and expect them to consider his emotions when their priority is the business. Because say if they say, go on, Zack, Green Lantern, this, do that, do whatever you want, mate. What do they do then? Because they're not going to restore the Snyderverse. They've given you this opportunity because it works out well for them as a business. It was your idea to do it in episodes. They liked that idea. Ronnie Dodge, It's not Warner Brothers' fault. They have a studio to run. I'm sorry if I'm harsh. No, I agree. But as I say, we're going to have a balanced discussion and try and be a bit respectful of what happened to Autumn, of course. Very important. But he doesn't get it. He blatantly says he doesn't care about their spreadsheets and their 5-year plan. But they do, Zach. That's why they exist for. They are under pressure from shareholders to make this IP deliver, because it hasn't delivered under your leadership. Not in the way the business, predicted it would and wanted it to. It didn't. It didn't deliver, Zach. You failed to give them the financial benefits that this IP should have given them, right? But you're not seeing their side of it at all. At all, Zach. It is devastating what happened to Autumn and your family. And I don't even know how I would ever get over it, let alone still make films after that happened. Bobka, I understand his pain and his situation, and I care about him as a person, but business-wise, I don't care. Warner Brothers are doing things for the fans now. He's doing whatever Zack Snyder wants to do, I agree. Ronnie Dodger, I'm sad for him about Autumn, but when the cut was announced, they was in the middle of planning the multiverse, which he didn't get. Right, that's true, and I agree with all of that, lads, and thank you for your comments. Here's the thing. He doesn't want to know. He seems to be, he's either very naive or he just doesn't give a shit. In fact, he comes across very selfish. I can't, listen to your considerations. I don't care about your considerations because this film is dedicated to my daughter. They allowed you to dedicate the movie to your daughter. They gave you $70 million to finish off the movie dedicated to your daughter. They pretty much, look at the stuff that's in that movie. They didn't cut any of that out. Any of that, right? They didn't want extra scenes shot. You shot the scenes, Zach. So you talk about them not liking you, not wanting to work with you, and you don't seem to understand, Zach. And what's shocking to me, more than that he doesn't understand. He doesn't care about the workings of a studio, the studio system, and their responsibilities to the consumer and their shareholders. Ronnie Dodge, yeah, he did come across a bit selfish a little bit. They have a job to do. And again, that sounds awful, but it is. Bobcat, exactly. I mean, if I feel bad for anyone, it's the actor who played Green Lantern, whose stuff got cut. Do you know what, Bobcat? Lots of people get stuff cut. That's the nature of the beast. Some actors get paid for their stuff and they get axed. It's part of the industry. Things get cut for time, for many reasons, for legal reasons, for litigation, lots of reasons. This has been happening since Charlie Chaplin and Harold Lloyd, in the inception of making fucking movies. Everyone's had to have stuff cut, and it's devastating. But it's the way it is. They didn't want his Green Lantern, not because they're racist, because they have got their own Green Lantern film in development, and they've got the Green Lantern HBO Max series in development, and they didn't want him interfering with it. They didn't want that Green Lantern that was cast by Ray Fisher. Ronnie Dodge, the Suicide Squad has a runtime of 2 hours and 12 minutes. That's a bit better. I'm happy with that. Nightjaw, hello there. How is everyone? Very well, Nightjaw. I just played 2 pieces of audio from a Zack Snyder interview, and we're discussing it. Bobcat, yeah, but I mean, he got a big role, so it must have been exciting, and it just got taken away. Yes, Bobcat, but as I say, many people get big roles, and it gets taken away. It's the nature of the beast. This is not an emotional. This is not a charity, Bobcat. This is how it works, right? This is how all of us in the industry have to put up with. I've been in Cyprus since, 2013? I've been pitching the first English fucking speaking dramas on Cypriot TV. I've been to 3 or 4 networks. I've been fighting to get this because I know the potential's there. There's so many English speaking people out here. And I've had to move because these people don't get it, how important this is, right? That's my lookout. That's part of the industry. My heart's been broken as well. But I understand their position. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I'm just saying I'd probably feel the same way. Of course, no one's telling people they can't feel. They can't feel a certain way. Of course not. Let's just shut this. Bit of an aircon. I'm getting hot under the collar. It's a very, very touchy subject, of course. Nigel, sorry I haven't been able to see your streams recently. I've been busy with work, unfortunately. No problem whatsoever. The streams are here for you. You can watch them after they've finished as well. So no problem with that, Nigel. Everyone's got their lives and everyone's busy. I understand that more than anyone. So, Ronnie Dodge, grief hits people differently. It's a personal thing. But some of us are acting like Warner Brothers are responsible for the child's death. And they're not. They're not. They gave him $70 million to finish off his passion project. What more can they do? They are the bosses. They are the lords of the manor. I hate being told what to do. You hate being told what to do when you go to work, Ronnie, or when you go to work, Bobcat, or as you've mentioned, you're busy working night job. When you're working for other people, and I fell out with many bosses. In fact, I probably broke a lot of their resolve because I'm one of those ferocious people, if you get me started. But the point is, he didn't respect their wishes. They gave him an opportunity. And what's worse about all of this, again, he's coming out, exposing private conversations. But you see, he's clever. He's clever. Ronnie Dodge, Zack is going after Warner Brothers. It's not their fault. They have a job to do. You know what? He's clever. Because now he's doing the personal angle. He's trying to destroy them in a personal way. He's trying to build them up as they're this big corporate type. Evil people who wanted to trample all over the grief because of the death of his daughter. That's how he's painting this. There's angles, and he's coming at this as different angles. As you can see, he's not giving up. He wants to do more, and he's trying to take any opportunity to do it. Now, I don't know. David Zaslav has talking about approaching all creatives and trying to create a better relationship with them. Because there's no question. Warner Brothers Pictures and Warner Media haven't handled it very well. So David Zaslav, could approach Zack Snyder. That is still possible. Nobody knows. Bobcat, Warner Brothers had nothing to do with it. And on top of that, they let him do things they didn't even want him to do. Other studios wouldn't have let him even release his cut. He should just be grateful. This is the problem. He wanted everything his own way. Good evening, Scott Edwards. What's up? Yeah. What's up, my friend? So, my kind of opinion of it is that it's kind of tactical, of course. Now, I don't know where that interview was done. It sounds like one of his YouTube friends, one of his supporters. Ronnie Dodge, I don't get on with my boss. She's horrible, but I get suck it up and get on with my job. You have to. It sucks. But at the end of the day, right? No one, even Martin fucking Scorsese, doesn't get things 100% his own way. Even he has to bend a bit. Spielberg, Lucas, all of these people had to bend a bit. The shit Lucas got during A New Hope. But he did it. He even had a heart. He had to go to hospital because he was under so much pressure. As did Dick Donner during Superman the movie, under such pressure from the Salkinds. We know the stories. Scott Edwards, Superman Alive was amazing this week. I've seen a lot of clips, Scott. It's unavailable to me. I think this could be the best live-action Superman since Superman the movie. I think people are loving it. I'm happy. But please, CW, don't do a CW. Don't fuck up the following seasons and wall them down for little girls, right? Anyway, so what you can see here is a man who's grieving for his daughter, Ronnie Dodge. It's annoying me that Warner Brothers Discovery logo is getting mocked. It's not annoying me, my friend. It's just like a little girl kicking and screaming because they're not getting their own way. You know why they're mocking it? Because it's got the same background as Superman the movie, and they don't like it. Fucking read it and weep. We are going to the original values of Warner Brothers, the two brothers who formed the company. You know, no one's asking you to watch Warner Brothers Discovery content. Fuck off. Go away. Go to Netflix. Kiss Snyder's ass. It's up to you. And as you know, I love his movies and I love the man. But at the end of the day, keep on moaning, keep on mocking. It makes no difference to me, and it shouldn't matter to you either, Ronnie. Nightjaw, then again, I guess if he loved his job, he didn't want to stop. Scott Edwards, you can binge it after the season finishes. Well, hopefully, but I won't be able to do it on the CW. I have to buy it somewhere. God knows where it's going to be. Bobcat, wait, there's an episode of The Flash. That's a musical. That's years old, though. That's from season 3 or 4. What are you talking about? Bobcat, you are a very random fellow, aren't you? You really are. Where did you pull that from? Ronnie Todd, it doesn't matter to me. No, it shouldn't. They can't affect anything that's going on. It's just gob, gob, gob. But as I say, those Ronnie Dodge, I love the logo. So do I, Bobcat. I just never knew that was a thing. Oh, right, fair enough. You should catch up and watch it. I hated it. I hate musicals. I hate when they do musicals. They did recently with this previous season of Lucifer. They've done a fucking musical. Fuck off. Just because Whedon did a musical with Buffy. You unoriginal pieces of shit. Scott Edwards. I hope Superman and Lois are in the 5-episode Flash event. I don't think it's going to be very connected to the Arrowverse. I know Diggle's involved in this episode, but you know what? He could be a different multiverse iteration. They are distancing themselves from Arrowverse. Even the showrunner has said so. Ronnie Dodge, I saw Corella. You want some of my thoughts? Yes, please, Ronnie. Yes. Bobcat. Yes, Ronnie Dodge. Yes, of course. This is why I formed this channel for, so everyone can get a say about films, entertainment, anything really. But anyway, I feel bad for Zack Snyder. He's very emotional about this whole thing. It was his daughter. It's a personal thing, and I understand it. But Warner Brothers isn't his personal charity. At the end of the day, Zack, you make films in a certain way that doesn't work for this studio. You've made 3 wonderful movies, unique, different kind of indie type of superhero movies. I love them. I will cherish them for the rest of my life. You're a very talented gentleman. But at the end of the day, I don't believe the studio's in the wrong here. They had every right to have their 5-year plan and their pie charts and their spreadsheets. And for you to say you don't give a shit, doesn't justify your position. You're wrong. You're being selfish. You can't work with a studio, Zack. You can't, mate. No one's going to work with you. And the more you spill your guts about these private things, the less chance anyone but Netflix will ever work with you. Scott Edwards saw the Smallville Aquaman episode. What did you think, Scott? Pretty awesome, right? Ronnie Dodge, it's like Devil Wears Prada meets Joker to me. Not very SJW to me. Yeah, I got that impression. Bobcat, exactly what I said, Ronnie Dodge. Ronnie Dodge, he's saying he doesn't care. They're trying to fix the mess that he created. Exactly. He's saying he doesn't care. Basically, he's saying, I don't give a shit about my problems. Me. Well, I'm sorry, Zack. I love you, dude, and I do. And if anyone from the Snyder fandom follows me, I respect you all. But at the end of the day, this is my view. And I know a Snyder fan was going to come in and watch this, and I don't know if you have or not. And I want you to understand, I respect all the passionate Snyder fans. You're great. You are the ones who uplifted my channel from the start. So I love you people. But you've got to allow me to be able to have my opinion. And this is my opinion. Although I love his 3 movies, you can't say to a studio, I don't care about your problems and your businesses and your plans. I'm sorry. So I'm sorry that he lost his daughter. I'm devastated for him. And I've tried to support the charity and everything as much as I can. But I'm sorry, Zack, you can't work with a studio. Not like this. Not like Warner Brothers or the other big boys, because you simply don't seem to understand what it takes. And you don't have any give and take about you, my friend. And that's the problem. Scott Edwards, does Aquaman appear again? Yes, he appears in the season 6 episode, Justice. And I think he appears in season 10 again. Bobcat, it was surprisingly good. Nigel, I do hope he comes back to make DC films. If it's not for his universe, then R-rated one-offs. Well, I think from what we saw in that interview, or what I heard on that interview, listen, unless these new owners are interested, it's going to be a long day in hell till that happens. Ronnie Dodge, where's Leroy? Sorry, I had to. Yeah, Leroy's not here right now, so maybe he's taking the night off. It would have been fun for him to be here. Scott Edwards, will you watch Black Widow in a few weeks? Absolutely, if I can. Ronnie Dodge, I really liked it. I definitely got Joker vibes for it. Bobcat, all right, Mickey, you got 2 opinions. Now you have to watch it. I will watch it. Oh, yeah, I'll definitely watch it eventually. I don't know how. I can't watch it off the dodgy site. I normally watch stuff. I'm not paying $30. When it's available on Prime Video, I'll probably purchase it. It's not available yet. But I'm definitely interested in it. That's for sure. It sounds interesting. And if you were here this morning, I was reading an article. The director wants to do a sequel. So that's exciting for the fans of the film. So yes, the Zack Snyder drama goes on and on and on, and it's never ending. But I can see through what he's attempting to do, and I'm not buying it. My sympathy always will be with him. But at the end of the day, the entertainment industry isn't a charity, and it's not about emotions, and it's as simple as that. Ronnie Dodger, it's definitely the best Disney. It'll be the best Disney live action. Bobcat, I mean, I don't like the remakes either, but they did it so well. Scott Edwards, Suicide Squad in 2 months. Bob Edwards, I liked Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast. Aladdin was okay, better than I thought it was going to be. Not a classic. I've only seen it once. Beauty and the Beast again was okay, but I think that Emma Watson as Belle is one of the shittest castings I've ever seen. She's like up to my fucking knees. Belle should be a tall woman. Why the fuck did they cast Emma freaking feminist Watson? Ridiculous. Suicide Squad press begins next month. Bobcat, I liked her in Harry Potter. But no way would anyone, unless they're blind, deaf and dumb, cast her as Belle. Yeah, I loved her in Harry Potter. You know, I like fruit pastels, but I don't put them on my roast dinner. Bobcat, I'm so excited for the Suicide Squad. Oh, yes, my friend, we're nearly there. We are nearly there. Ronnie Dodge, I think they cast Emma because it was the high end of Harry Potter. Listen, I can't justify it, Ronnie. I don't know what you think, but at the end of the day, that's not Belle. But this is what they do. They cast and employ on DNA, and that's the fucking problem. That is the problem. The Gaming Maniac, she was great in Perks of Being a Wallflower too. Never saw that, but she's, in my opinion, the Gaming Maniac, she's not Belle. She's not Belle. I'm sorry. As I say, you'd have to be blind, deaf, and dumb, lose all good senses to cast Emma Watson as Belle. Hello, my name's Belle. Hello, Beast. Oh, you're a bit short, aren't you? Jesus Christ. I always hated that casting. Nitro, I'm curious to see how that will go, given it's going to be a step away from Snyder. You're talking about the multiverse strategy. I'm very excited for it, Nitro. Very excited. Oh, Suicide Squad, yeah. I think, well, Suicide Squad. It's a great movie. What I've seen of it, Nitro, it's a great movie. I think it's going to make over $1 billion. I think critics will love it and people are going to have a lot of fun with it. Bobcat, I feel like I'm going to throw up drinking some Gatorade, whatever that is. Joel Davis, hey, Mickey, what's your favourite song of all time? Jesus Christ, Joel. That's the question, isn't it? Oh, wow. I've had so many. I mean, there's some great stuff. There's some fun ones that I love, obviously. I'm a big fan of Eminem. I think Stan is one of the most groundbreaking songs of all time. Obviously, clearing out your closet. When my mum used to piss me off, I used to shout that at her. Obviously, as a kid, I used to love Rick Astley, don't laugh, Kylie and Jason, big Neighbours fan. The Gaming Maniac, fair enough, didn't hate Beauty and the Beast, but I wasn't too into it when watching it either. Just kind of a forgettable movie. Yep. Ronnie Dodge, 2 months after the Suicide Squad, it's DC fandom! Yeah, so, not obviously, I love Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer, It's My Life, Bryan Adams, I've been to his concerts, I've been to John Bon Jovi's concerts. Actually, John Bon Jovi, Dying Ain't Much of a Living is a fucking beautiful song as well, Joel. But there's so many songs. There's so many songs. You may as well ask me my favourite theme song on a TV show. Nightjaw, I don't know. Like, it looked all right. Don't get me wrong, though. The humour was a mixed bag, in my opinion. Nightjaw, what are you talking about? You're talking about the Suicide Squad. We haven't seen it yet. Nightjaw, definitely excited for Fando. Oh, you're talking about Beauty and the Beast now, are you? The Gaming Maniac, Suicide Squad looks dope. It's the next DCEU film scheduled after Squad going to be The Flash? No. It's going to be the Batman. Ronnie Dodge, I wonder if Marvel and Disney are going to do another Investors Day to compete Fandom. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? They do a stuffy Investor Day and we do Fandom. Nightjaw, the trailers for Suicide Squad, sorry, I didn't specify. I like the trailers, they excited me. And the whole thing that you showed at Fandom, was sensational. That excited me more than the trailers that I've seen. Wow. I mean, you can't judge a movie on its marketing, but from what I've seen, I'm interested for sure. It is a fucking bonkers film. It is a bonkers fucking film. Bobcat, not gonna lie, it will probably be better than anything Snyder has and will ever make. Ronnie Dodge, I Am a Stoner's Cruella is great, but Glenn Close is always going to be Cruella to me. Well, because she's the first one you saw, I still think Glenn Close's performance is sensational. She's brilliant, isn't she? But Emma's obviously a great, great actor. There's no question about that. And the clips that I've seen from it, I like. But without seeing the whole movie, I don't want to judge her performance. I don't mind a bit of Elvis either. Elvis is great. Richard Marx, Right Here Waiting, classic. Gloria Estefez, or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bobcat, I'm a huge Harley Quinn fan. Are you? So my excitement is raised a bit. Oh, yes, I think you're slightly excited for this movie. By the way, I know you're a huge Harley Quinn fan. I was being British humour. We have 8 people in the chat, 4 likes, not a good ratio, is it? Bobcat, I was rocking out to the trailer. I mean, swaying and everything, lol. The trailer's great. I didn't have a good reaction to it originally. So ask me questions, everyone. There's 9 of you in the chat. No excuses. Come on. Kavari, did you see the cast of Shazam 2 and the cast of Black meeting up in Atlanta? Both movies are shooting there. I didn't see them meeting up, but that sounds really exciting. I know they're both shooting there, so that's awesome. Definitely an opportunity for some crossovers. Ronnie Dodge, can't wait for the next couple of weeks when we hopefully get pictures of Keaton's and Ben's Batmobiles. Gaming Maniac, in your opinion, did you like Squad 2 more than Snyder's films, Mick? Oh, that's not fair. Well, listen, it's difficult because obviously it was a test screening. I didn't see the whole movie. I love Snyder's movies. I really do. I like them, but I like James. James does something different to Snyder. That's why he's loved by the mainstream, because he doesn't go against the grain. He shaves towards the grain. So it's a different type of storytelling aesthetic. I wouldn't say I like Suicide Squad 2 than his 3 DC movies, but I really did enjoy it. I think it's a great movie, and I think everyone is going to like it. It's going to be very relatable for a broader audience, and I think that's important now. Bobcat, I'm so excited. Ronnie Dodge in Glasgow and Edinburgh. Yup. Bobcat, I'll probably like it better. So, yeah, that's a bit of a dodgy kind of thing where I wouldn't say, oh, I like, you know, James is better than Zack or Zack's better than James. There's no comparison to them. Bobcat, I'll probably no. Kavari, yes, the guy who plays Adam Smasher was in set of Shazam 2. Oh my God, maybe he's in that as well. Bobcat, it might end up being my favourite movie of all time. Well, wait till you see it, mate, at least. Yes, you probably noticed there's no trolls tonight. I actually cut off that link to my YouTube from TikTok. I think that was a good idea. Ronnie Dodge, I'm looking forward to the Suicide Squad, but DC movies next year is more hyped. Well, just wait till you see the Suicide Squad. Just wait. You might have a few surprises, right? Don't run before you walk. Bobcat, listen out every movie announced from every company. The Suicide Squad is my number one. Before you've seen it. So, Bobcat, does it excite you that a Flash musical episode exists? I'm saying most anticipated. Well, that's fair enough, of course. Do you know what, for me, Kavari, I think James Gunn will stay at DC. Yeah, he's going to do his Guardians movie, as I've predicted all along since he's coming for Suicide Squad. He'll come back to DC. There's big plans, big plans. Walter Hamada got that guy in. Just remember that. Walter Hamada haters. Walter Hamada brought James Gunn in. Ronnie Dodge, sorry, but I think the post-Snyderverse world is going to be great. Sorry, Zack, I've moved on. Keep being selfish. But Bobcat, I mean, it seems a little weird to me that The Flash has a musical. Oh, don't get me started. It was fucking terrible. I mean, they all did a great job, don't get me wrong, but it's just not my thing. And I was really into Arrowverse at the time, so that I was shouting and screaming about it for weeks. Oh, by the way, if there's any Love Island fans in the house, I will be covering Love Island UK on this channel, on my Instagram and on my TikTok, and definitely on my Twitter. Bobcat, why is it a musical? A music maestro? Yes, I think so, yeah. I'm not sure, but I think so. Night Job, Bobcat, a Flash musical. Yup. The Flash TV series had a musical. Ronnie Dodge, I think James will bring some Guardians actors with him to DC. Can you imagine if we get Chris Pratt at DC? That would be interesting. I mean, I don't mind. I love Chris. I've got a lot of time for Chris, of course. He's great. I wouldn't want all the Marvel actors to join because I want us to have our own identity. But some would be cool. Nightjaw, oh, wow. Kavari, rumours has it that Doctor Strange director has met Kamada. What, Sam Raimi? Or do you mean the other one? Scott Derrickson. Well, he probably likes Scott Derrickson because he's from horror, and obviously Walter stems from horror over at New Line Cinema. So that will be interesting, yeah. Bobcat, Dave Bautista as Bane. That's what he wants. We'll see what happens. I mean, Bautista and The Rock have got to do a film together. If they're both at DC, I want them. I want Black Adam and Bane to have like a good cop, bad cop movie or series on HBO Max. That would be fucking nuts, wouldn't it? Ronnie Dodge, Sam Raimi met Hamada. If true, that would be sick. I think he's talking about Scott Derrickson, the first film's director. I don't know, though. If Sam Raimi is a Marvel man, so I can't see that happening, but who knows? Big Marvel fan, But maybe they want him to do Superman because he did a great job with Spider-Man. You can't get better. Sam Raimi created the, was from the inception of the superhero kind of pop culture being so successful. He launched it in the early 2000s. Bobcat, can you imagine a Black Label Scarecrow horror film? Wow, that would be awesome, man. Make Scarecrow scary. I think the WB are going for it, that's for sure. We deserve some announcements, man. How long are we going to have to wait? There must be something brewing. Oh, by the way, let me just read these. I did find something out quite exciting, but I don't know it's true, and I'm not sure if I did mention it on Twitter today. Bobcat, DC just has better characters than Marvel. I'm sorry, it's true. I agree. Ronnie Dodge, I bet when Marvel starts going down the pan, it will happen. The actors will want to come over because we're being successful. Probably, yeah. So anyway, I was speaking to one of my sources, and he told me this. A version of Superman will definitely be in Black Adam. Now, calm down. I don't know if this is true or not. Pinch of salt time. He said he couldn't confirm if it's Henry Cavill or a JSA or a JSA version. So I'm not sure if Cavill's in Black Adam as Superman, but apparently Superman will be in Black Adam, but we just don't know what version. Ronnie Dodge, I bet when Marvel starts going down, no, I've read that. Bobcat, Disney, what time to buy DC? No. You know what? Warner Brothers can buy fucking Disney, right? All right. I'm an anti-Disney shield. Anti-Disney shield, mate. No way do I want them anywhere near us. Bobcat, I hope they don't. Disney would ruin it. Well, I just don't want, I like the rivalry. I don't want them to own Warner Brothers. I don't want them to own DC. It's more fun like this. Ronnie Dodge, Bobcat, that won't happen. Nitro, I wonder then, given the multiverse will be introduced, depending on how well it's executed, I guess then all these DC projects begin to merge together. Matt Reeves, the Batman, meeting James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Yes. That's the idea. That's the idea. We're going to have an Earth 1. We've got an Earth 1. Matt Reeves is developing his own Earth 2 with his own DC characters in it, right? We've got these other versions like Brandon Routh's Superman, Tyler Heckling's fantastic version of Superman, potentially Nicolas Cage's Superman, Michael Keaton's Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman. All these different iterations could be part of one universe. Sasha Calle's Supergirl. Nightjaw. Oh, no, I read that. Yeah, I think I am, yeah. Bobcat, the new Justice League versus the Suicide Squad. Yes. Well, I think this is what the first Justice League should have done. They already set a Suicide Squad up. It should have been Suicide Squad versus the Justice League while I'm manipulating something. It would have been a better idea than Steppenwolf. Nobody really knows Steppenwolf. Ronnie Dodge, hey mate, just had a mini power cut. Oh shit. We always get them here. I've had one actually while doing a video, or about to start one. Nightjaw, I agree. Disney would be a nail in the coffin for DC. They wouldn't do any justice to DC. I don't know how well they would run it. I just don't. It's just something. I think I'm happy. I think we're going down a good direction. Bobcat, stay with us, Ronnie Dodge Lowell. Yes, Ronnie. Use the force. Na, 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 na. Ronnie Dodge, I'd all right. It's a bit all right. Power is back on. Wow. Thank you, Superman. There's no God for me. I just believe in Superman. I'd rather go to the Fortress of Solitude every Sunday, right, than a church. Superman is a better God than any of the other gods. Be as offended as you like. And you know what I think? And this is going to upset some people. I think the Bible is as realistic as a comic book. That's what I think. Prove that shit happened. Prove the stuff in the Bible happened. Any Bible. Nightjaw, Big Mouth, but what about Darkseid? Well, his name is Lord Darkseid, isn't he? He is a god, isn't he? Yeah. But he's kind of like the devil, isn't he? So we've got our own devil. We've got our kind of... Basically, what I'm saying is no one can prove any of these religions are fucking true. So why not believe in a comic book character? I'll go. I will build a Fortress of Solitude in the North Pole. I will go to it every fucking Sunday and I will go, Superman, I believe in you. It's funny, my family are very religious, but I'm not. I believe in myself. No fucking God is going to write stuff in a book and tell me what to do. Thou shalt not covet another man's wife. Back off. If she's laying naked in my bed, mate, I'm giving it some welly. When I go to hell, you can burn me, right? Thou shalt not steal. Well, you know, it was there and I took it. I found loads of money on the floor. I didn't hand it in. So what? Get over it, right? Thou shalt not cuss on YouTube. Nah, fuck off. I'm surprised all the viewers haven't gone yet through being offended. Don't get offended. It's just my opinion, man. I believe in Superman. That's what I believe in. Superman and kick the car. If he had a church, I'll go to his church. Kit, I need your pal. Oh, I used to love Knight Rider. Oh, someone's gone and been offended. Sorry. Tough shit. The Bible is as true to life as a comic book. Simple as that. Prove it. Richie Mo, I've made it, bro. Just finished graft. What's the subject, brother? Well, you're going to have to go back and watch the video after this, Richie, because we played 2 audio tracks from a Zack Snyder interview. He was talking about WB and he basically saying he didn't care about their problems. For him, it was all about Autumn and, you know, the film that meant so much to him and they shouldn't have messed with him. But then they're a business, but he said he didn't care about their business plan. Anyway, I spoke all about it on the top of the show, and now we're just talking about random shit. I've been talking about Superman is my God, and if I'd rather go to the Fortress of Solitude every Sunday rather than go to church. And the Bible is as realistic to life events than the comic book is. That's what I've been saying. Ronnie Dodge, if you could choose for character from DC and Marvel and meet, who would you choose? I want Gal's Wonder Woman and Tom's Spider-Man to meet for some reason. That's an interesting one. That wouldn't be my choice, though. I'd like to see... I'm trying to think. Ezra Miller's Barry Allen and Tom Holland's Spider-Man. They would be buddies. Similar type of characters. I'd like that. Now, Gal Gadot and Black Widow, that'd be interesting. Wonder Woman and Black Widow, that'd be cool. Superman and Tony Stark, maybe. There's a few I'd do, definitely. You could have Shazam. Who could Shazam me? Captain America. That'd be cool. There's loads you can do. So yes, we did start off with Zack Snyder in that interview. We did discuss it, Richie. So there's some stuff for you to go back and watch if you're interested later on. Ronnie Dodge, yeah, Barry and Peter would be very interesting. Yes, I think so. They're both young, both not teenage. Well, no, Ezra's not a teenager. Richie Mo, I understand that it meant a lot to Zack, but the 300 mil for 2017 and then 70 million for the Snyder Cut mean more to WB. I feel for Zack, but I understand business as well. Exactly. But he doesn't care. He's selfish. That's the problem. That's why he can't work with a studio. That's what I said. He cannot work with a studio if he doesn't get that. Bobcat, I mean, it's not really proof-based, it's faith-based, but it's your opinion. That's right. Well, yes. But what I'm saying is, Bobcat, you know, someone could have just written the Bible like someone wrote the comic book. I know it's faith-based, and I respect people's faith, don't get me wrong. Everyone wants to believe in something, and that's great, right? But I'm saying a comic book is as believable as the Bible. I mean, we're talking about a bloke walking on water and a bloke flying in the comics. Heat vision. Jesus Christ, the guy got crucified and he just woke up again. And let's not forget what goes on in fucking churches and what some of those people have done to children as well. Let's not forget about that. So I've got many issues with religion, many issues. Ronnie Dodge, Zack has to tread carefully if he wants to stay at Netflix. Well, at the end of the day, he's the figure he is. There will be issues in the end. Richie Mo, I hope I don't offend anyone, but religion is man-made for money and power. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. Look at all those wars because of religion. The money they make from selling those weapons. And the people who are sacrificed because of those religions. So, I'm not a fan of religion, but if you are, it's like the Memorial Day thing, isn't it? Bobcat, I mean, I guess I'm a certain religion, but I don't see it that way. I see it as a relationship with God. Yeah, and you're entitled to feel that way. I've never felt that way, you know. I don't disbelieve in God. I think something created us because our body, our organs all do something. You know, our bladder helps us go to the toilet, right? Our head moves, our mouths help us talk and, you know, eat. So someone designed that. And I don't think it's necessarily a God. It could have been an alien race or anything, right? We could be an experiment. They could be watching us right now. So everyone's entitled to believe in what they want. I do have a relationship with God. I curse God when something goes wrong in my life. If I drop something, Richie Mo, I was brought up a Catholic with nuns and teachers smacking us in the name of God. Nah, thanks. Nuns. Oh, a nun can spank me anytime. You've been a bad boy, Mick. Oh, nun. I think I have to be punished. Yeah, well, the Catholic Church isn't great, Richie. And there's obviously a lot of connections with abuse of children as well. So they are hypocrites, no offence. Bobcat, if things didn't happen, I might have lost faith, but I've experienced things. Do you remember that episode of the Colbys when Fallon saw that UFO? That was nuts, man. Richie Mo, not the ogres in my skull. Yeah, I'm afraid there's a lot of hypocrisy in religion. It's sad. And it's not just one religion. They're all, in my book anyway, and I respect people's faith. But for me, none of them can be trusted. Ronnie Dodge, my stepmother is religious, so I'm respectful on what I say when I'm around her. But when this UFO and alien stuff comes out, everything changes. Of course, there may not be any aliens. Human beings could be spread all over multiple solar systems and galaxies. So we may get visited by fellow human beings one day. Imagine that. They may be clones, or maybe we're the clones, and they experimented on us, left us on this world to see what we did. Well, thank you very much. We fucked it up, didn't we? Bobcat, it could be other countries. What? What are you talking about? I told you, Bobcat, you're a very random fellow. You're one of these people, right, where you could be talking about custard and then you'd say, oh my God, the other day I saw a jackal. The UFOs could be in other countries. Or could other countries be aliens? Well, I think the biggest aliens are America. I mean, sorry, Bobcat, I just don't get Americans. I don't get them. I'm sorry. So I only spent 6 months in Hollywood, but so basically every American has a gun in their house, right? Bobcat, man, you're throwing all the insults at me today. I'm not insulting you. I'm just saying I don't get Americans. I don't get America. I just think you're not you personally. You seem like a nice bloke. Don't get me wrong. A high five, pal. But it's just a weird country. Even your political system is fucking dog shit crazy. Everyone has to have a gun in their house, right? Because everyone's got a right to defend their property. And it's like, wow. And the sheriffs, the fucking sheriffs, the police system in America is like a bunch of cowboys, right? Think about this, right? In England, we have a metropolitan police department. In America, the police departments in America just do whatever the fucking they want. They arrest a prostitute, then shag her. Richie Mo, my mum calls me an idiot for loving comic book characters who can fly, but she goes to church nearly every day to pray to someone who supposedly walked on water and turned water into wine. Like, come on, exactly. That's the thing. There's always irony in hypocrisy. So people make fun of what other people believe, and then we make fun of what they believe. That's what it means to be human, hypocrisy and irony. I didn't say I agreed with our system. Ronnie Dodge, we get a 4-day bank holiday next year for Queen's Platinum Jubilee, unless she dies. That woman's not going to die. In Doctor Who, they reckon the royal family are vampires. Do you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to have a threesome with Meghan Markle and Kate, William's wife. That would just be great. But yeah, let's talk about America, right? So your police system is fucked. And the sheriffs and the National Guard. What's all that about? Everyone just does what they want. It's just weird. And then you've got the state senators. They run all the states. So basically, when Trump was president, he wasn't actually running anything anyway. He was literally gobbing off in front of a microphone while all the state senators, or whoever it is, whoever runs each state, could do what they want anyway. Trump had no power over them. The president is pointless in America. Nigel, we say that, though. This is where the Queen outlives all of us. Probably. I mean, look, best doctors. She gets to suck the best blood. They've probably got freezers and fridges of vials of blood, which they just drink. And Prince Andrew, oh my God. She probably will outlive us, the old hag. One is not amused. You see, Warner Brothers, this is what happens when you don't give us any news. We talk shit. Ronnie Dodge, the Queen is going to make it hard for Charles to be on that throne, lol. He's never getting on that throne. William will be next, if he survives her. She'll probably survive him as well, and his kids. Nigel, oof. Babe, Bobcat, I mean, that's America, not me, lol. I don't agree with violence. Well, I'm not blaming you for America's system, am I? I'm just saying it's a weird country. Basically, it's like the westerns we used to watch. It is run by a bunch of cowboys. And imagine they used to make cowboy movies where the Indians, the Native Americans, were the villains. How racist can you get? Jesus is a go. Hey, Jig in the house. Hi. Hello. I mean, the American dream. What's the American dream? I know. Let's invade somebody else's country, make it as our own, right? We'll call that the American dream. Bobcat, what's up, Jig? Jesus is a go. Are we talking iCarly today? I think you just started him off. Yeah, he's going to start talking about it now. Yeah, I think. Richie Mo, Batman dress is much better than Jesus, lol. Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, Jesus just wears a white robe. That's just being lazy, isn't it? Nightjaw, in my opinion, I really hate Meghan Markle for what she was doing, but I still have sex with her. Oh, she's a player. I mean, you know, what's her name? Amber Heard's a player, but I still have sex with her. Bobcat, weekend gigolo. Nightjaw, laughing emoji. Jesus is a go. Just kidding, Bobcat. Please don't. I never saw iCarly. I watched the one with, what's her name? The singer. You know, the one who talks like this? I believe it's just my opinion, but I truly believe in what? What do you believe? Bobcat, victorious. Yeah, that's how she spoke, isn't it? American humour, American sitcoms, apart from Friends, their wit is so dry. Oh, in God. I don't disbelieve. I just think things have got a bit twisted at some point in the Bible. I mean, personally, my favourite character in the Bible is Judas. I think he's a great bloke. Rishi Mo, what is this bloody iCarly? It's a kind of Nickelodeon, Disney Channel kind of sitcom. Ronnie George, first Wonder Woman is 4 years old. Zack Snyder's Wonder Woman is 4 years old. And it's one of the best comic book movies ever made. Don't tell me that Patty Jenkins had anything to do with that movie. Patty, can you just say action, please? Hey, Zach, where do I point the camera? At the actors or on the other side? Oh, for Christ's sake, Patty, how many fucking times I'm going to tell you? Point the fucking camera over there. Haven't you directed anything? Oh, one movie, but that was ages ago. I tell you what, though, Patty Jenkins sells it well, though, don't she? The way she talks and everything. Bobcat. Laughing emojis. My name's Patty Jenkins, and I don't like Wonder Woman's sword or shield. Probably the only thing she shot in the first Wonder Woman was Steve Trevor and Diana kissing. I'm surprised she didn't get Steve Trevor to say, "Oh boy, da 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 da." Bob, I think we can all agree on one thing: Family Guy is hilarious. Family Guy. I'm going to watch that tonight and think of you, Ronnie George. I believe there is Family Guy. Just to clarify, is fantastic. Ronnie George, I believe there is afterlife. Can I haunt your house if I go before you? I'd rather you didn't haunt my house. I'd be a bit scared. As long as you don't make yourself seen to me, it's fine. Bobcat, I'll join you, Ronnie Lowell. So I'm going to have two ghosts now. Well, I'm going to have to join the Ghostbusters. Who you going to call? Ghostbusters. If there's something strange in the neighborhood, who you going to shag? Sigourney Weaver. Nightjaw. I'm not going to lie. I never noticed Wonder Woman never used her sword and shield in the film. Wow. But then again, I've only seen it once, and I don't want to rewatch it. Don't blame you. Richie Mo, Wonder Woman can solve problems with love and words, even though she's from an island race of warrior women. Don't get me started. Bobcat, kick back and watch movies on his couch and leave crumbs all over it. Yeah. Nightjaw of the Ghostbusters. You can't eat anything, Bobcat, when you're a ghost. Although a lot of my mum's enemies have had little accidents since she's died, I think she's definitely behind that. There's someone's son who shot himself in the foot with a hunting rifle. There's another woman, my aunt, who done her leg in, fell down the stairs. It's very curious, isn't it? Richie Mo, I was being sarcastic. She should have kicked that Max Shrek ripoff up and down low. Bobcat, exactly. It would go straight through us and onto your couch. Oh, I see. Random fellow. And if I die and become a ghost, I'm going to shag your girlfriend. Ronnie Dodge, I'm joking. I'd be more like Casper Lowell. Bobcat, that's me, Lowell. Hello, viewer number 10. How are you? Welcome to the chat. We're nearly going to go in a minute, 5 minutes. Scott Edwards, favourite Smallville finale. Oh, no, right. Everyone let me deal with this. Let me concentrate. Favourite Smallville finale. I'm thinking. Right. The first one's good, but it's not my favourite. The second one's good, but it's not my favourite. So it's out of the third season finale. It's definitely out of the third. I'm trying to remember what happened in the 7. Oh, yeah. That was good, but not brilliant. That was okay. Right. It's out of season 3, Scott, or season 4 or season 6. So season 6 is pretty amazing. Season 3 is amazing. But season 4, I think, is my favourite season finale. It's fantastic, Scott. Richie Mo, tell us what Zach said, Mick, quickly, if you can be fast. Bobcat, I like bringing up random stuff. Ben Pottymeyer, hey. Ben Pottymeyer, season 2. Ronnie Dodge, I said if I was a ghost, I would stand at the end of the bed and stare at you and maybe throw stuff. Scott Edwards, do Lana and Clark drift apart again? Where are you? Season 4? You're season 4, aren't you? No. You're season... Where are you now? You're season 5 now, aren't you? Season 5, they get back together for a little bit. But then on the 100th episode of Smallville, it all goes to hell. Scott Edwards, season 5. Bobcat, I'd have a house party with all my new ghost friends. Right. I think Richie Moe, that's your name, isn't it? Wants me to kind of, and I mean, we're nearly finishing. So let's round off the headlines. Zack Snyder did an interview. I played the audio here on Big Mouth Live. So Ronnie Dodge, yeah, season 6 finale is pretty good, amazing. Bizarro at the end. Anyway, so he did an interview. I played the audio, a couple of audio tracks. And basically, Richie, what he said was that the film meant so much to him because of Autumn. And he felt the studio were being offensive by telling him to remove certain things. And he said, I just can't. I don't have a choice. I can't do that. They were trying to explain to him about their 5-year plan and why he couldn't do this and that. He told them he didn't care. My assertion was that I'm sorry about Autumn. I don't know what it's like to lose a daughter, but that Zack was being very, very single-minded and selfish about the whole thing. Warner Brothers have every right to protect their IP and focus on the business. And that's what kind of happened. Scott Edwards, does something happen to tear them apart? Yes. They're pretty much together in the first part of season 5. And yeah, something big happens and it does drift them apart. And that's when she starts getting closer to Lex. Bobcat, be right back, getting my mozzarella sticks out of the oven. Not sure if I'll still be here. Ronnie Dodge, I'm joking. We're doing a ghost hunt at an old care home for the elderly. Ronnie Dodge at the weekend. Ben Pottimeyer, 100th episode of Smallville is so good. It's mind-blowing the first time watching it. It's amazing. The whole revelations, the way he lifts Lana up in the fortress, the whole thing's amazing. Rishi Mo, are your cinemas open, Mick? Do you like the Conjuring films, the new ones? Just dropped. I think our cinemas are open. I'm not sure about that. I've never seen a Conjuring film. I probably wouldn't go to the cinema to watch that. Scott Edwards, I think Black Widow looks good. Yeah, I'll probably check that out in the cinema. I'm definitely interested in that. And Scott, have you heard about Stargirl Season 2? It's going to get darker. Ronnie Dodge, I just want to move on from Zack. He's boring me with his endless complaints. Yes, it's very sad. It's very sad when someone can't let go. It's just sad. It's just he's starting to talk like someone who just doesn't get it. Richie Mo, I love what we got, but he only had one scene to film in LA before he left The Martian Manhunter. Is Martha seen? So he really shouldn't have filmed more stuff. Well, they told him no, so he should have respected that. I like what he filmed, but he shouldn't have done it. No. Ben Pottimeyer, thoughts on Army of the Dead time loop? I'll get to you in a minute. Ronnie Dodd, as much as I support Zack, it's getting too much. I agree. Right. The time loop theory is interesting, but is it a real theory or is it something a character says? He claims that they've done this over and over again. They go there, they die, they go back, they do it again. I'd like that, but I'd like it set up in a movie, like a Groundhog Day kind of Army of the Dead movie. That's what they should have done in the fucking movie. It would have been a zombie movie with a difference. So is it real? It's an Easter egg. You've got to understand with Snyder, some Easter eggs he never answers. Right, guys, I'm getting ready to wrap up this stream. We've nearly been on live for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Richie Mo, I absolutely loved the Joker versus Batman in the Nightmare scene. It was awesome. But business is business, and WB won't want him acting up with hundreds of millions of dollars again? No. They said no. He did it anyway. It's amazing how they weren't able to stop him, even to show it. But he did. He obviously knows where the bodies are buried, and he knows how to get what he wants. But at the end of the day, it's done now. I mean, his conduct's not great. WB's conduct's not great. Both of them are to blame. They can't work together, and they both need to move on. Thank you, everyone, for the stream. Ronnie Dodge. It's a bit like Ray Fisher, who's another person who doesn't get a studio. What happened is sad, but don't attack everyone who works there. Agreed? Ben Pottinger, the whole point of the Snyder Cut fulfilling the original vision, he had all the right to do what he wants. No, I don't agree. I respect your opinion. It's not his IP. It's not his money. It's not his studio. Not even Scorsese, 100%, does what he wants. So, you know, I think there's a delusion here, Ben. Rishi Mo, I like Army of the Dead, but the cyborg zombies and time loop weren't explained properly. I don't think. Zack Snyder never explains things properly. Well, on Vero he does, not in his movies. Rishi Mo, they let him have his last hurrah. Night, Josh. See you tomorrow, mate. See you later. See you later, mate, Ronnie Dodge. See you later, Ronnie. Rishi Mo, good night, Mick. Rishi Mo, good night, everyone. Yeah, thank you, everyone, for turning up on the stream. Get my words out. I'll be back tomorrow morning for the Big Mouth Daily Live. And again, I pray to Superman, because he's the God who exists, that we get some big news between now and tomorrow morning, and we can really get our teeth into it. So until then, goodbye. Follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. If you're rewatching this, like, share, and subscribe, and share the videos, share the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. for UK time. So here on Big Mouth, don't forget to tune in. Tap on that bell so you get all your notifications, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Ben Pottinger, well, WB can suck it with the new Superman. I am worried about the new Superman. I'm worried that Ava DuVernay might be doing it. I don't want Ava DuVernay to do it. I really don't. I really don't. We can discuss it tomorrow. Bye.